this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius today. So, the planet of love and creativity and pleasure is moving into an Aquarian-based energy. So when this happens, the first thing that you notice is that relationships take an interesting turn. They do lots of twists and turns in this energy. There's a sense of unpredictability about a relationship that you're in or attracting. There's usually some sort of unconventional dynamic or unconventional relationship that you're attracting that really kind of tests the boundaries and it really like expands your thought processes and kind of like you start to develop a whole new approach to relationships in this type of energy for some of you. You're super open-minded in this. So this is for those of you that are really attracted to same-sex unions or you know, they have like a more of a kinkier or more of an unusual aspect to relationships. You'll see a lot of relationships like those come together at this time in this particular energy. There's a sense of rebelliousness in this type of energy. So for some of you who haven't had a voice, you're going to be unusually outspoken to your partner in this type of energy, your unions, or anybody that if you want to stand out, you could do something unusual in this energy to make yourself stand out to a partner, a potential partner. It's kind of like when a peacock wants to be noticed, you know, wants the female to notice, it just flares out all of its big, beautiful tail, and that really makes it stand out, and it does this little dance. That's kind of what you're going to feel like doing. You know, this is sometimes just being debatable for the sake of being debatable, just to kind of pick at your partner and see where your partner's head's at. Some of you may be challenging your partner's mindsets in this to kind of see where the relationship is going. You may have an indirect type of approach to it. It's very volatile and explosive for some of you who are working in lower vibrations. You could get debatable and combative. There could be a lot more fighting in this type of energy for some of you that, you know, are in that dysfunctional type of relationship. Or for some of you that just get off and like stirring things up and creating a lot of drama in your relationships. This is beautiful energy for that, for some of you that kind of like that. This is, you know, you need freedom. You need to say what you got to say. You need to not be judged by others in this energy. You have some probably unusual concepts in this energy. And I think for some of you, this could be like, let's move in together, but never get married. Or, you know, let's just be partners, but, it could be like a same-sex partners where they want to go and they want to get married, because that's challenging conventional relationship boundaries. You know, it's very beautiful energy in a high vibration, but in a low vibration, a lot of what you could be attracting could be challenging your perspectives. So for some of you, if you're in a low vibration, the relationships we attract show us our deficiencies. So for some of us, we could be attracting just volatility and strange relationships and unusual dynamics that we're secretly, psychologically, that are appealing to us, that we haven't actually acknowledged that side of us. And so that could come out in this energy for some, and it could be quite shocking for some of you that you would even consider a relationship like that, and that would even be appealing to you. Definitely the kinkier side of sex is on the agenda in this, as any sort of pleasure seeking activity takes an interesting twist in this energy. Some people could just be flat out loners and not even want to associate with this type of energy. They could just go off and on their own journey. They could suddenly make a shift in a relationship, end the relationship suddenly. And it could have been brewing for a while, but this is the energy that makes you want to just go and seek freedom. It's very unusual energy, and you know, when we're going through this transit, the ruler of this energy, of Aquarian energy, is going to be in a square, which is Uranus. So there could be a lot of interesting things that come up that you may not have expected, or maybe just suddenly change your look and you want to just stand out in some way and you just radically change your hair pink or cut all your hair off or whatever. Like, that's also actually possible in this energy too, because Venus rules beauty. And so you may want to do something that makes you stand out, kind of like that peacock, and be noticed by a relationship. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again about how this is going to affect your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. So stay tuned, and I'm going to tell you how this is going to affect your sun, your moon, your rising, and I would check out your Venus sign. Hi Aries, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. So the positive aspect of this transit is that you may gain some recognition at work. You may stand out in some way, and they may actually acknowledge you. A friend could introduce you professionally to someone of an importance that has a strong vision of what you want in the future, so it could really align you. Friends are important in this energy. Some of you may try to elicit a partner who supports your goals for a future-based endeavor, especially if it has anything to do with social media. There could be somebody on social media that catches your eye. There could be a friend on social media, or a friend or somebody in a social circle that catches your eye, that really honestly leads somewhere down the line to opportunity. If it doesn't lead to a relationship, it could lead to a really important friendship, a union, and a partner that actually creates that different dynamic, but it's something that could change your life. Jupiter is expanding something that you are passionate about in this energy. And so this has to do with, perhaps for some of you, it could be moving away from a poor routine, and you're starting to make new friends that support a new healthy lifestyle, that have all these alternative ways to go about getting this new lifestyle, and that's being expanded. And you're just releasing a lot of the poor coping methods that you used to have. That's actually beautiful in this energy, highly possible as you're seeking pleasure through healthy sources. Negative vibrations is a sibling or friend or someone at work may feel left out because you may be too focused on the forward. You may be too progressive. And so there could be a little bit of backstabbing that goes on. They could be gossiping about you behind your back as you are standing out and they're not. You may have a falling out with a friend regarding a secret or ulterior motive. The Mars is in Scorpio, and for you that's in secrets, and there could be endings and beginnings and all kinds of crazy energy. As we have Aquarian energy, it's just super unpredictable how things work out, and so the sudden jolts and changes that happen are just very unpredictable. And so just be mindful of the fact that if you kind of get thrown for a loop, especially because we have the sun in Aquarius squaring off with your ruler, just understand that it could be something that comes out, either a friend that you never thought would say that about you says something about you, and you're just completely shocked in this energy. Now, just remember that you're strong and fierce in this energy, and sudden changes in relationship, partnerships, friends, social media is very, very possible in this energy. And you want to be mindful of the fact that I know that you're very adaptable to change, but you like to be the one making the changes. And this could really sideswipe you if the sudden changes are from your friends, from some sort of backstabbing that's going on behind your back, from somebody, that you confided in, in order to undermine you and get attention on them, say something about you that's just really super negative and, in opposition of what you're trying to do. The high vibration of this, guys, just always move forward toward progressive goals in your health. And I see this a lot for you in fitness and, positive coping methods and working through. Love is beautiful in this energy, unique Relationships are on fire in this energy. Some of you could have friends turn into lovers for sure, or a work relationship. You may get suddenly interested in a work relationship that really, honestly, you just kind of look at in a whole new way. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Taurus, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, this is your ruler, and anytime your ruler goes through some sort of energy shift, you're going to feel it substantially. And for you, this is a beautiful positive transit for you. You are up to making some radical changes, and there's some exciting new opportunities for you that I think you're on board with, and you're willing to start taking a risk in this energy. In fact, risk-taking energy is beautifully aligned. You are very motivated to make a change in your career, life path, destiny, and there's actually some very positive energy brewing in that area if you want to focus on it. This is about moving away from, moving toward a bright new future, a bright new beginning. I think for you, this isn't so much that new concept. I mean, this has been coming for a while. This is just the energy that makes you want to move toward it. You have a strong intuition that things are about to change for the better, and you have you're very aligned in this energy, that things are not only going to get better, but that you know the direction in which to go. You want more satisfaction, you want to have more fun, and you want to have more pleasurable experiences. So what you're really stimulated on in this energy is to move toward pleasure and away from pain. So for some of you, this is moving toward some sort of unconventional relationship. This is moving toward a relationship that really expands your potential. They listen to you, they acknowledge you, they love your unique perspectives, they love your unique characteristics, and they just appreciate you, and you feel amazing when you're around these potential partners. For some of you that are involved with partners, for some of you that are taking a look at a partner and you're locking and loading on a partner, this is that energy that gets you to go up to that partner or do something extremely funny or fun or extravagant to stand out, kind of like I was talking about the peacock where, you know, he flares out his fan, but you want to get noticed in this energy, and you're willing to do what it takes to get noticed. For some of you, there's just an abundance of courage in this energy. This is super inventive energy. So for some of you that are just really trying to creatively change things, and you're really investing in a project, this energy is giving you a million ideas a minute, and they're very, very progressive thoughts. So you're really trying to decipher all of that. You may attract an opportunity from an unexpected source in this. That's absolutely probable in this for some of you. And it's such a beautiful energy. Stand out, and you may get recognized for the unique contributions that you are, especially in your career. I think for some of you, there's some sort of recognition that's either coming from a partner or a source, or like I always say that we develop partnerships at work, or we develop a relationship at work that takes the place of partnerships. So there could be some sort of recognition that happens in this energy. But whatever it is, or there could be some really great idea that you pitch that really gets you noticed in this energy. For some of you that have really great ideas, but you're afraid to say something, this is the energy that's going to just, you're going to be on point if you do it, if you activate now. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Gemini. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now for you, this is happening in a beautiful part of your chart where you are taking a look at everything and how it expands your potential. You're very enthusiastic in this energy. It's nothing but positive energy coming through in this transit for you. You're thinking about the future-based endeavors and really activated by all of this positive energy. You just are feeling better. You're feeling like there's hope. You're feeling stimulated. And when a Gemini gets stimulated, there is lots of enchanting things they do. You know, you guys, you love entertaining, you love being social, you make friends easily when you're in a great mood. You exchange ideas, you bounce them off, you perceive things correctly. There is going to be a lot of insightful conversations and messages that come out of this transit for you. And it's going to clarify some of the things that you've been thinking about and the progressive ideas that you've been having. You're going to talk with friends in areas that you have a great deal of interest in. Expansion, clarity of thought will increase in this energy. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to be kind of on fire, going to be mixing and mingling. You're going to feel like you're re-engaged. And as you do that, you're going to start to attract a lot of conversations, a lot of possible entertaining opportunities or entertainment opportunities, or you're going to, you're going to be much more, overstimulated to be like, okay, I need to find some more information. And as you're seeking a source of information, you're going to find a subject that really turns you on to a unique perspective and a unique idea. So research alternative subjects. If you get turned on to a new way of thinking, really, really pursue it. This is about challenging conventional thinking for you. And this stuff plugs you in. Like anytime you get on a new subject, it's just like you can't feed your brain enough. And this is beautiful energy, because then what it does is create positive, stimulating, progressive, creative mindsets that actually have a progressive flair to them, which I really think is encouraging. Whatever you do in this energy, this transit, it's all about challenging conventional thinking, relationships, boundaries. It's about the freedom to express yourself, the freedom to release your ideas, the freedom to feel confident about yourself, to move forward in something that gives you great pleasure. This is all about confidence and building you up from within. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Cancers. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, for you, there are two types of energy in this transit. So, the progressive or positive energy in this is that this energy is building for you toward the full moon. So we have a full moon that's coming up on Monday. And so you are caught in that area of your life where you know that there's a change coming. You feel it intuitively. You are kind of working behind the scenes in this energy. You're kind of just stepping back. You're feeling something. You're trying to align yourself with your intuition or your gut, or whatever you want to call it, that is really, there's something standing out, and there's something brewing from within that is beckoning you to pay attention to it. And I think what this is regarding some sort of clarity in thought, the way that you want to progress moving forward, but this is mostly something that you've been thinking about. So there's a great deal of fulfillment in your career, or a volunteer project for you in this energy. If you need to redirect yourself and you need to just really focus your energy in a positive way, I would really concentrate on your career-based goals, something that serves others, something that makes you feel good, because you want to encourage the positive, intuitive response to whatever is going on. What you really want to do is you're trying to feel out what energy is trying to tell you. And in all this progressive energy, there is a change coming that you feel, but it could be so progressive that you have a hard time aligning yourself with where it's actually going. So it may make you kind of pull back in this energy and kind of do all this stuff a little bit behind the scenes. Sharing resources with a partner, an unconventional relationship, a roommate, a partner, a friend, a friend that you see as a partner that nobody else sees as a partner. You could be hiding the relationship status in this energy, or you could be hiding your motive for being in this unconventional relationship, because you're just assessing it and thinking it through and seeing if this is a dynamic you want to be in. It's, you know, for some of you, a sudden insurance payout, spousal support check, or an alimony settlement is possible in this energy. It could be something that you've been working at for a really long time. This is a very emotional subject for you. Some of you could start to see the end of that happening, and you're starting to feel a little bit more balance in this. The negative vibration of this is that the changes that you are making may be just unsettling. Okay, so as secrets come out, because Mars is in Scorpio, as secrets come out, and there is some sort of unconventional aspect to whatever is coming out, or there is some sort of unique perspective that people don't see you aligning yourself with. They could be judging you. It could be a sibling. It could be a conversation that you have with somebody that doesn't sit right, and they don't know how to take it because it's just, you're such a conservative person, and when you make changes that don't make sense to people, especially when it has to do with your home environment, some people may be questioning the motivation behind it, and so that can be a little unsettling. You may feel anxiety as you change some of your comfort zones and conservative mindsets. So I think what you're doing is you're working it through. You know that you need to make some changes, but it's testing the boundaries and comfort zones. And anytime you want to do that, you want to pull in and you want to make sure that these comfort zones that you're testing are safe for you to come out in the future. Having faith in making a change will turn out for the better is especially low in a past-based endeavor. So as you start to expand and make these changes, if you reflect on the past and you associate any sort of unconscious discomfort with them, or that you're, say you're involved in something and it's bringing up past-based wounds of a past-based relationship, a karmic relationship, some sort of karmic issue that you lived through, and you're starting to feel energetically connected with that past-based experience, it can start to create a lot of anxiety. So Venus is the planet of pleasure. So this has something to do with pleasure-seeking, partnerships, unions. It has something to do with some sort of creative aspiration that you want, or some sort of calling. It's something you feel very deeply about. And as you try to reignite this and expand this possibility, it can pull back some of the silly stuff that we have, because progression used to mean pain for you. So you're really just trying to get a handle on that, on your mind at this point. It's really, really fortunate that you're doing it right now, because you could, if you want to, start to research subjects, start to research positive coping methods, and I don't know, like, it's interesting subjects like neuroplasticity and conditioning energy and conditioning your mind, and releasing energy, negative energy. There's lots and lots of sources out there. And as you do that, you can start to expand in a good way and start to look at this uncomfortable aspect that's brewing within as just something that you need to just be mindful of, but you don't need to donate your energy completely to it, because it's really honestly just some sort of unconscious limitation that you've created to keep you from feeling any sort of pain in the future. And it's usually misdirected, and it's actually holding you back, because progressive energy, this is all about moving away mentally from those areas in our lives and moving us toward the future. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Leos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, for you, all of this is still happening in your 7th house. Your partnerships and unions are getting kind of magnified in this energy. You're kind of just really taking a look at if they're progressive relationships, if they'll move you forward. If you have a, you know, for some of you, this could be progressing friendships into lovers. For some of you, this could be some sort of acceptance in a social circle, which creates an unusual partnership out of it. It could be something that's kind of like culturally testing the boundaries, but this partner appeals to you because they have some sort of unique perspective. They stand out in some way, and there's just a general sense of acceptance from them that is really starting to pull you toward a person. So positive vibrations in this is there's always a little bit of instability when you are experiencing Aquarian energy because it's your opposite energy. So this can be positive and very invigorating if you like a challenge, which you do. You love challenge. I mean, it plugs you in. You have a flair for the drama. You enjoy drama a little bit. I mean, and so there's something that could be starting to recharge that side of you and kind of create some stirring, and it's kind of exciting and exhilarating, but still bizarre a little bit feeling. Maybe there's a bizarre aspect to it. This energy could shake things up in a relationship and make for very interesting conversations. For some of you, this could be you're stagnant in a relationship and something goes in and stirs it up. And it challenges the stagnant energy that you've been starting to experience in this energy. An unconventional dynamic in a partnership doesn't seem to be an obstacle in this energy. You don't care. You are up for it. That stuff just plugs you in, you know, like, I don't know, some sort of like office romance, you know, where you kind of are just in a closet somewhere, or maybe it's, you know, some sort of like you're having a relationship, but you can't show it on social media. So there's that sense of mystery and intrigue. And it kind of makes it super sexy. Like that kind of aspects could be happening in this energy for some of you. You also could just have a relationship in your life that's just a work relationship, a work partnership that's become you're very attracted to. And so you could be fighting that attraction. That's just hot. I love that kind of energy. You may find a relationship brings you closer to the visions you have for your future. This is somebody who accepts you, accepts all your unique concepts, you know, really honestly engages you mentally. This is very highly stimulating intellectual energy. So this is somebody who's getting in deep in your mind and you can't stop thinking about them. Okay, sorry, I had to switch. So a negative vibration in this energy is a relationship you desire may have a strange family dynamic, and it may be putting you off a little bit. You know, perhaps they're married, you know, perhaps, you know, they have kids and you didn't know if you wanted kids. And so it could be, you know, really testing the boundary of whether or not you want to be in a relationship with somebody who has kids, or somebody who has, you know, isn't even out of their relationship before you guys are embarking on your relationship. You may have a strong intuitive feeling that your family does not approve of your partner that you have chosen. And, you know, they stand out. They're different from your family, and your family may be not understanding why you're even attracted to this type of person. That's possible in this dynamic. Also, a partner you desire may put off your family member because they are unique and don't seem to quite fit in. And they really had an ideal partnership in mind for you. And so they're judging this person based on, you know, this really, you know, really narrow-minded approach to who you find attractive. And they could say things, and there could be conversations that make you highly debatable and defend, you know, your choices and defend your need to pick your own partners. And you may want to stand out and stand up and say, look, you know, this is my relationship. This is my life. I get to choose who I want. That's highly possible in this energy. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Virgos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, I love this energy. Venus is just, and Mercury are just in a delicious mood. Nobody's opposing them, so you are getting really beautifully blessed by the universe. And so a partner may shake things up in a routine, which can add some unusual excitement. There just could be this partner that just comes out of the blue, something that you wouldn't naturally think that you were attracted to. Maybe this is somebody at work that's really kind of, I don't know, you're attracted to them, but it's not somebody you would ever see yourself normally attracted to, but they just do something for you and you're becoming attracted to them. That's incredibly possible in this energy. A sudden change in a work routine may engage you mentally, which can be very exciting. There could be some new responsibilities, a new possibility for advancement. You know, somebody new could get hired on that just, I don't know, intrigues you, and you start talking to them and they start to provide you with a little bit of mental stimulation, make you excited to go to work. A new way of thinking is stimulating new thoughts and the way you perceive your future. Conversations may lead to insightful exchanges of ideas and create new ideas. That's absolutely probable for many of you in this energy. As you talk with people, and I want to say that it's with coworkers, I kind of deeply feel like there's something that's going to come up with a coworker. You may be attracted to a coworker, and there probably is something unusual, you know, and unconventional about this this partner, and it may start to stimulate you, and I don't know, it may start to get you out of conventional thinking and starting to like take a look at their unique perspective, and you can actually validate it. Lots of energy in the universe for you that is stimulating your mind, and some of the things that it's going to be stimulating is your thoughts about the future. Lots of titillating mental activity is highly possible over this week and over these next few transits, like the sun being in Aquarius, Venus being in Aquarius, Mercury being in Aquarius for you. That's all just very, very, very stimulating for you. You may have a hard time turning off your brain, especially at night when you go to bed at night. It's going to be difficult for you to fall asleep. So for some of you, you're going to have to do some sort of ritual at night that helps you develop some sort of peace. There's so much progressive energy, so much excitement, so much energy stimulating you to, I don't know, create new routines, create a new list, organize something, and do something a different way. Or there could be some sort of progressive energy at work where you're overthinking it. Just be mindful of the fact that that happens for you. It's not negative, but it can be cumbersome if you're trying to get enough sleep during this transit. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Libra, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now for you, Venus moving into Aquarius, this is your ruler. So this is a beautiful energy for you, very progressive, very wonderful, very pleasurable for you. So love is going to be quite unique energy for some of you that are single or trying to progress a relationship or challenging a relationship dynamic. This is going to be one of those energies that spice up the love life a little bit. So love for you is going to be quite a trip. The mind is going to need to be stimulated in this energy to engage the fire and love and passion for you. So for all of you that are involved in some sort of mental stagnancy, I think what you're going to do is attract some sort of partner or potential partner or a relationship of some sort that really gets your juices flowing. And it could be from an unusual source, an unusual partner. Somebody could get hired on suddenly, something could suddenly change, and you're exposed to this unique person. Intellectual conversations that challenge conventional thinking is going to be a huge turn on for you. You like somebody to stimulate your mind, but this person is engaging you in a completely different way, and it's just so attractive to you for some of you. Shocking and perhaps uncouth behavior that challenges conventional thinking could catch your eye in this energy. They could be somebody super outspoken and highly intelligent, and you wish that you could say those things, and so that person stands out to you because they're saying everything that you want to say, and they're catching your eye. An unconventional relationship may stir up an old feelings of attraction. So for some of you, social media they may be outspoken on social media, and they catch your eye just because of something that they're saying that provides you with just that unique perspective, and it's just they stand out, and all of a sudden the fires are burning again for you. You may feel unusually compelled to speak your mind and stir up a debate just for the mental stimulation that it creates. For some of you, you're bored. You're fracking bored. You may be bored in your relationships. So what you do, you stir things up, you create a little unpredictability, you add a little bit more spicy romance, you maybe spice up the sex life, spice it up, you may dress up, you may be doing something to stand out, and or you may just go out and have some unusual, risky sexual experience just to kind of get you on board with where you're at. You're going to feel bold enough to take a risk and admit that you're fascinated with a partner that you desire. If some of you have been longing for somebody from afar, perhaps some of you are going to get bold enough to start doing some things to get attention and try to stand out to this potential partner. You may challenge a partner that you are interested in and push buttons, push boundaries in the relationships by having a conversation that is somewhat taboo just to see what happens. Some of you may be in stagnant energy, and the relationship is not stimulating you anymore. So what you do is you kind of create a little bit of controversy, and you stir it all up, and you see where it lands you, just so that you could re-engage a little bit mentally in this relationship. And that'll do it for some of you. For some of you, when I say the words relationship, we're in relationship with people we work with. We're in relationship with people we spend significant amount of time with. For some of us, these could be just friends that we never saw in that light. And so now they're saying something, they're doing something, or we are just starting to see them in a light that maybe changes that friendship dynamic, that re-engages us. It doesn't have to be, and believe me, more than likely it's going to be in some sort of unconventional way that you come about, reestablishing a bond in a relationship, or even igniting a relationship for some of you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Scorpio, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, positive vibration for you is this energy. Friends and social networks are starting to help you accept your unique qualities. You are starting, I think this types of networks that you're creating for yourself, I see that social networking has a lot to do with how accepted you're starting to feel. I deeply feel that when I saw this energy. It feels like perhaps some people from the past are starting to validate you again. I think that you're starting to express yourself more authentically, and there's more support for that. I think that this is a great energy to socialize in and exchange ideas in, and to be recognized that your perspectives are truly valuable in this energy. There's lots of opportunity for you to stretch your comfort zones and seek out new friendships. In fact, that's highly encouraged. If some of you want to stand out in any way with a friend or to a friend or to get attention, this is the energy source to do it in. And it could be somebody from the past that really starts to reignite the passion for you. Home and family is starting to be an area where I think that some of you are going to be experiencing acceptance, love, and it's starting to create a comfort zone for you. You are moving away from childhood issues and changing your perception of the impact that they had on your basic character. I think for some of you, you guys understand you had to grow up a little bit different to be the quirky, unique individual that you are. And so even if you had some sort of deficiencies, you understand now and embrace now that you can be the person to provide you with the power to fill your own cups. You don't need that whole validation from a family member in order to heal that past wound. So the negative vibration in this energy is that as you change and become very outspoken, perhaps you get a little bit too outspoken. Aquarian energy runs away with you. It's very easy to run away at the mouth. So as you stand out and you're trying to get attention, perhaps you're coming off a little bit like an asshole because, quite frankly, you're becoming too opinionated in this energy. Very, very easy to do in all this Aquarian-based energy, so be aware of that. Be mindful of the impact that your words can have on a neighbor or sibling, as you may be misunderstood. You have a unique perspective, and you could be a little bit too forward and too direct. So be mindful of the fact that the delivery is just as important as the information that you're relaying. And be mindful of the power that you admit in fire energy, as you could burn others. That's highly possible. You're strong and dominant, and in this energy, it is just adding a lot of fire and desire, and you are standing out. The recognition is just on you. The spotlight is on you. And you just want to be mindful of the fact that you don't try to get too much attention and it creates a poor situation for you. You're just easily misunderstood. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Sagittarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, for you, this is a great energy. We do have a high and a low to discuss in this energy. But the positive vibration in this is that you have a great energy to get away and take a short trip if you want to, especially if it's pleasure-based. You have a lot of ideas about how to progress in this energy, and you may have to work behind the scenes to validate the ideas that will truly make progress. A lot of times we can get really overstimulated in energy like this. There's lots of progressive ideas, lots of interesting conversations, the energy that comes in really starts to fine-tune some of the things that you really want to be fine-tuned. And it's very progressive energy. So it does create a lot of forward-thinking energy, so you can get really into that and get lost in that need to move forward, to wander towards something in this energy. What you value in someone is somebody that can engage you intellectually, and you will be very attracted to someone who has an unusual views and or someone who has no inhibitions. And you dig the unusual. You like those relationships that kind of test conventional boundaries. You really get sexually engaged when there is some sort of unpredictability or some sort of strange dynamic to the relationship, some sort of unique thing that makes them stand out. And you don't have a lot of inhibitions when it comes to these areas. So this energy is ripe for that if you really want to engage that part of your relationship. A potential partner that you might be interested either might be exceptionally older or exceptionally younger. I'm thinking more younger in this energy for many of you, which they have a lot of energy that gives you that physical component that you desire so deeply in relationships, to keep you engaged physically, which is something you desire. A negative vibration in this energy is that someone close to you may seem to have no filter. And they may be expressing opinions about your life and about your choices that you don't really validate at this time, and you don't think is any of their business. Perhaps a partner is a little too opinionated in all of this Aquarian energy. Remember that this energy is stimulating all of us, and so you may just have, that particular relationship that is just getting a little too full of themselves. They're not remembering their place or the place that you feel that they are at in the relationship. You may be receiving a lot of unsolicited advice from a partner, family member, sibling that does not sit well with you. This is highly debatable energy. It's intriguing to have these debates. I'm not going to lie, you love to debate, but the context of which some of these debates may break out in this energy is the fact that I think they're judging you somewhat based on some of the past and the past relationships that you've been in. And so it can make you very defensive about the fact that, no, this is something different. It's very progressive. It's very new. I know that it has maybe this unconventional dynamic to it, or this strange dynamic to it, or, maybe the odds are that this relationship isn't going to work out, but this is what engages me, and I think you just need to be on board with it. And I think you're going to defend it. You're going to be highly combative in this energy in a low vibration if some of you feel that, they're just not as accepting as they should be. This is a beautiful energy. You're feeling valued by somebody. You're feeling like your mind is being accepted, and that you're exchanging ideas quite easily in this energy. I believe that there's a lot of wonderful progressive conversations that actually need to transpire for you in this energy. I like that there's enough energy in a negative vibration for you to want to move forward, stand up, and not take the easy road out in some of this, because you can get a little bit decadent in this type of energy. For some of you, you could be keeping a secret, keeping a relationship on the down low. You could be hiding something. You could be working behind the scenes, and then it kind of comes out in this energy, and that's when I think all of the stir, the storm starts to happen for some of you. As people start to see what's really going on, it really starts to pull out something interesting. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Capricorn. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now for you, the positive energy in this is that you may be feeling very satisfied with your life. You're at peace with your past, and there's a lot of healing, and I think you're really feeling progressive in this energy. You're feeling like, you're not chained to any sort of past-based endeavor anymore, a past-based disappointment. I think you're just feeling like some of those dream and aspirations that you had, some of the goals that you wanted to move forward with, you're starting to finally get the taste for some of them. Home is a place of acceptance and security for some of you, which is great for you. You do really well when you're at peace, when you feel accepted, when you feel loved, when you feel valued in what you have to give your partners. You may be feeling like you've reached a lot of those monetary goals, so now it's time to set brand new goals, or you're on the next chapter. Maybe it's not that you have reached that unattainable goal. It's that next succession of up the ladder that you were hoping to get by now. Some of you may be feeling a lot proud of yourselves. You may be feeling the feelings of achievement. You may be feeling the feelings of progression. Negative vibrations is this, is you could have a great deal of expectations and plans now. So as you've reached this goal, or as you've got to this level, now the energy is really ripe, really stimulating, really progressive for you. And so it's going to be hard for you to turn your head off in this energy, not to overthink, not to get too stimulated. So for some of you, you could start to fall in a little bit of poor coping methods to kind of turn your brain off. So for some of you that, drinking could kind of increase as you try to find some way to kind of turn off all of the activity that's going on. Some of you could be very, be caught in that fixating type energy where you start to fixate on brand new goals and you really start to overthink those goals, and it's just consuming a little bit mentally for some of you. You may feel like you need to get away and take a trip, and you're feeling a little antsy. For some of you, it could be a while since you've had your last pleasurable activity because you've been so focused on a goal that you've achieved. And so some of you just may need to get the heck out of Dodge or plan a trip or set that sight on that goal that gets you, toward that wonderful mindset again. It kind of it keeps you, if you have a goal that's really pleasure based, then it really makes all of the hard work and the determination and the routine worth it to get to that goal, to attain that goal. You may be having faith in an outcome. You may be having faith that an outcome of a sibling, but the sibling doesn't have faith in themselves. And so this could be a struggle because you see potential and they see limitation. And so the struggle can be sometimes getting those two on board. If you're really involved in your sibling's life, then it can be very hard not to want to make a difference and not to push your goals onto them. So that can be kind of troubling for some of you in this energy. Conversations about faith and how you see your religious views may spark a debate. For some of you, you are really honestly grasping new concepts and theories about life and religion and how you see things, and it's kind of unconventional, maybe non-traditional, and that could cause some debate in the family, especially with a sibling. You may feel like you need to challenge someone who is narrow-minded in this perspective, because again, this energy is all about exchanging ideas, exchanging concepts. It's all about debating out, testing theories. And when we do this, often we push buttons in order to do that. And I think that's just the way that we stimulate each other. That's the relationships that we attract, and that's okay, except for that sometimes they can pull us into a negative vibration and make us fight and be more determined and more opinionated than we should be, because the point of all of this stimulating energy is to exchange opposing opinions sometimes to create that middle ground, the sweet idea that's in the middle that actually meets both perspectives. So you can attract a lot of opposing opinions in this type of energy, just so that there's that one idea, that one part of that concept that you haven't quite grasped yet. And that's why you attract those types of conversations. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. And I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Aquarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner. And this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now for you, the positive vibration in this is that a friend can turn into lovers in this energy. This actually has the potential to be moonlit, beautiful energy, the right sky, the right moment, the right, that unpredictable element to it that really just catapults a relationship in a different direction. And it could have that unexpected flair to it. There could be some sort of risk involved with with going toward that sort of unconventional relationship. It's very tantalizing in this energy. You may be receiving a lot of attention in your social circles and on social media, especially if you are voicing your opinions and stirring up conventional thinking. Great time to speak your mind. to mix and mingle, to get yourself out there. You are going to be on fire because a lot of these energies are home-based, and where most people would have a hard time dealing with the energies. This puts you on point, on fire, and it makes you stand out in this energy. Going slow and taking your time getting to know a friend is going to lead a relationship in a great direction. And this is a relationship that's going to last a lifetime. This doesn't have to be that classic relationship that turns into marriage, but it could be a relationship that starts out with some sort of friendship, then develops into attraction, and then there's just a sense of peace whenever you're around this person, and that person's always there when you need them. That's highly possible in this energy, and very beautiful. There's a lot of acceptance when you exchange ideas with this person or with this sibling. Perhaps some of you are going to get closer to your siblings, or they can introduce you to one of their friends, and one of their friends intrigues you. So that's really possible in this energy. The risk energy is great in this. So if some of you are caught in an area where you've been waiting for that perfect time to take that risk, believe me, this is the time to do it. So the negative vibration in this is to get out of your head and stop isolating yourself. If some of you are trying to work through some things, one of the worst things that you could do in this energy is not shine. This is your energy. This is the time for you to stand out. This is the time for you to make progression in your life. This is a time for you to exchange ideas, to be accepted for those unique perspectives. And so for some of you that are caught in the lower vibration, it's been a hell of a few months for you. And you really just want to pull back because, you just really need to mentally soak this up. It's just not the highest form of vibration in this energy. You may not be able to connect emotionally right now to anybody because you have a lot that you are trying to work through psychologically. This has been a trip. When I've been following your energy, there's been a lot you've been exposed to, a lot of opposition, a lot of challenge, a lot of, there hasn't been that feeling that you have the Midas touch that you usually have. And so that can be quite alarming for you. And so I really believe that what it's doing is it's made you question the way that you're valued. It makes you question the way that you value yourself and what you aligned yourself with. There's been a lot of change. It's psychologically had an impact on you. And so I think what's happening in this energy is that I really believe that friends are a really good source, a good foundation for you to start to revitalize your life. This is very transformative energy. So and it's all having to do with hopes, dreams, wishes. It's about mindsets. It's about the way you perceive yourself and the way that others perceive you, getting that on board, aligning that. And it's about taking risks. And that's all positive forms of this energy. You can lower your vibration if you start to hold on to past-based ideals where the progression has died in. There's no future. There's no hope. There's no progression in. And so if some of you are caught in that, then that's where you're going to experience the limiting energy for you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Pisces, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus moving into Aquarius. Now, this energy is going to challenge you because there's a change that you need to make, and it's going to involve some very big parts of your life, what propels us. So it's the way that we identify ourselves. It's the way that we're perceived by others. It's how we psychologically engage or disengage. And it's also what we move toward and how we do it and what motivates us to have those fated, karmic, destined conversations, unions, and opportunities. So you want to get out there and you want to make a difference, but you want to do it right now. And there is something holding you back, which is Saturn. And there is some sort of delay. So you've got to pay attention to the details for some reason. Saturn is just restricting you from that career, life path, destiny route because there's progressive energy the spotlight is somewhere else for you. And it's in working on you, working on how you're perceived, working how you perceive yourself. That's a big part of our lives that we really need to get a hold of if we're ever going to be as successful in any sort of endeavor, whether it's a relationship, opportunistic endeavor, creative endeavor. We really need to embrace who we are and accept it as the unique little quirky individual that we are. Also, we need to get out of our heads and we need to have faith. We need to develop our belief systems that there is something better. We need to embrace our coping methods, positive coping methods, and we need to stop escaping whenever life is disappointing and too realistic. And so there's a sense that there's a sense of restraint. So the planet of pleasure, which is Venus, is in Aquarius thinking. And so if you want to experience pleasure, you've got to stand out and you've got to embrace standing out. You've got to embrace being seen. You've got to stop holding yourself back. You've got to stop, escaping and making excuses for why your life is what it is. And you need to shine. You need to get out there. It's time to make the changes, but it's time to develop the belief system in yourself that you have the faith that things can work in your favor no matter what challenge you take on. And you've got to have respect for the fact that if progression is not in your career, life path, destiny, but is in the details in your life, in the way that you experience your life and the way you process your life, then that you can't have a better footing to create all of the rest of your dreams and your hopes and your progressive mindsets. It's a beautiful energy, but you're going to experience that block or that limitation in order to really embrace and have a relationship with yourself. If you don't love yourself, nobody else can love you. So this is about standing in the mirror and really getting real with yourself. And it doesn't always create the best feeling, but it's absolutely beautiful in this energy. And I assure you, it will lead toward the progressive goal that you want to attain right now. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. And I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event.